Hi everyone, it is the end of June, which is crazy. This year is flying by, and that can only mean it can only mean two things. One, it's time for favourites, for monthly favourites, and two, my birthday is so close. I am a 4th of July baby, so it is coming around really fast. It's next week. I'm going to be 24, which is crazy, but I'm really excited because I feel like my 24th year is going to be a really good one. My lucky number is 4 and I like 2s because 2 times 2 is 4, so I'm really excited for that. But before I turn 24, I am going to do my June favourites because there's been a lot of things that I've been loving recently. I haven't done one of these in ages, so this is sort of a compilation and collection of things that I've been loving for ages, but I wanted to show you some of the things that I have been loving. So first I'm going to do all the beauty bits, so I'm going to grab those. So now that it's summer, I've been changing up a few of the makeup bits that I've been loving. First of all though, I'm going to mention a tool, which is this sponge. I've just used it, so it is a bit dirty. It was clean before that and it's all wet, so it's a bit bigger than it would normally be. This is a sponge from Marks and Spencer's, from Marks and Spencer Beauty. I actually got it in their Christmas advent calendar, actually with the next product I'm going to show you as well, so that was a good advent calendar. What I love about this is I have always loved, I've used the sort of name brand beauty blender. I've also used the Real Techniques, their sponges. They aren't beauty blenders, but they're like equivalent. I liked both of those, but what I really love about this is the fact that it has 2 of these flat edges, which makes it really simple and really easy to bend the sponge so you can get things like right up under your lower lash line. It's got sort of a great little pointy thing for dabbing on spots, but I just love the fact that it's got 2 flat edges, and the makeup of this is just really nice. I feel like it holds product and distributes it really nicely, so I have been loving that. In fact, I've got the Real Techniques one that I know I love, and I was gonna use that because I know I love it, but because I had this I thought I'll give it a go, and then if I hate it I've still got the other one to go to, and so far I haven't swapped over, so I've been really loving that. And I think these are £7.50, so I will probably reinvest once I've used the ones that I've got already. The next thing, which is also in the Marks and Spencer's Christmas advent calendar, was this. It is the Glow to Go Youth Lift Glowplexion by Studio 10. It looks like that. I don't tend to use anti-aging stuff yet. Maybe I should start, as I am coming up to another birthday, but I just liked this because it is a primer, but it's also really glowy. If I show you, I like the fact as well that it is in this squeezy bottle or squeezy tube, but you've got a pump so you can distribute nicely, and it just gives a really nice glow. I'm not sure whether you'll be able to see that. Yeah, you can. Look at that. So I just have been putting this, use my little sponge to put this all over and under my foundation, and I feel like it does help my makeup stay on, but I just like the fact that it is really brightening, and it gives me a really nice glow. Speaking of glowy, shimmery things, I have been using and loving the Revlon Colour Stay Cream Eyeshadow in 730. I don't think this has a name that I can see, but I have been loving this colour. I'm wearing it now. It's really creamy. I would say I don't feel like it is, can you see that? It's just there. Maybe I need a bit more. It's a really nice natural shade. There we go, you can see that. Which I love. It's really nice for just day to day, but you can also build it up to be more of an effect, or put sort of a darker colour in the crease if you wanted to have it more nighttime. It blends really nicely. It's really creamy. I would say the stay factor is not as good as some of the equivalents. Like, I love the MAC paint pots, and I always put MAC paint pot painterly underneath just to help it stay. But I've used, is it the Maybelline Colour Tattoos? And their staying power is really good, but I'm not so keen on the colours. They're more cool toned, whereas this is more of a warm tone for the summer. Nail varnish wise, I have been loving this. This is the Rimmel London Super Gel by Kate Moss in Soul Sessions. I've actually got it on my nails now. It's just a really nice nude colour. What I find is I've got a slight yellow tint to my skin tone, and so a lot of the nudes are a bit too yellowy for me. They make me look a bit, they make my hands look a bit weird. Because this is more of like a brownie nude, it goes on just really nicely, as you can see. The consistency of this is lovely. It's gel, and I like the brush of it as well. It sort of splays really nicely to fit the nail, and it's pretty cheap as well. I think this I can't remember how much this was, but it was not expensive. I've also got a couple of Essie ones, which I love, but this was like a fraction of that price. On to some of the more boring things. I've been struggling with my skin, not my face skin, but like my body skin and my lips. So one of the things that I've been suffering with is cracks at the side of my mouth, and the only thing that I have found that has been able to fix that is Blistex. So I've been using this, which is Blistex Intensive Moisture. I've been putting this on all the time, and it's been really helping my lips. I feel like it really does sort of condition them as opposed to just mask the issue. Downside is that it is white, so you can look a little bit ghostly with it, but it tends to just sort of sink in, and as it does that, it goes just clear, which is great. And obviously at night time I use it, and I don't care if I look like a ghost at night time. So I've been really loving that. So if you are struggling with your lips in terms of the heat and the dry air, definitely give these a go. They're currently on 3 for 2 in Boots, by the way, as well. Shower wise, like I say, I've been struggling with my skin, so I have been using the Sanex 0% paraben, 0% colorant, 0% soap. I use the one for dry skin. The reason I started using this was because I felt like the shower gel that I was using, which was heavily perfumed and it was bright pink, maybe wasn't helping my skin. So I tried this one. They're really cheap. I've also tried the simple one in the past, but I actually quite like the smell of this one, even though it isn't perfumed. It has quite a nice smell, which is nice. So it feels like I'm not using, oh, I've just got it all over my hand. I feel like I'm not using something which is going to be damaging my skin or aggravating it, but it still feels like a bit of a treat in the shower. Shampoo and conditioner wise, again, my scalp has been acting up. I don't really know why, but I've been struggling with that. So I was using just the Neutrogena tea gel shampoo, but my mum actually went to her hairdresser and was talking to the hairdresser about the fact that I was having issues with my scalp, and she recommended these, which are the Avena's brand, and I've got the one in Love. These are sort of pretty natural. They don't have loads of like SLSs, I don't think. This is where they're full of SLSs. Yeah, they have got SLSs. Scrap that, they have got SLSs, but actually so does the Neutrogena one, so I guess maybe that's not what's aggravating me. This is the one in Love. It's for coarse and frizzy hair. My hair is naturally really curly, so I can take like any moisture to try and weigh it down. It's always a blessing for me. I like the smell. One thing I don't like is this conditioner in this pot. The top of the pot just collects shower water, and I'm not a fan of that. I also don't love scooping it out, but it is a really thick consistency, so I'm not really sure if it was in a squeezy bottle how well that would work. But I've been loving these. The scent is nice. I can't describe it. I think it's like florally, but yeah, it smells really nice, so I'm happy with those. Onto a couple of lifestyle bits. I'm gonna show you this one first and quickly guess what you think it is in the comments. Place your bets, and then I'm going to do some magic. So I'm going to actually take this white bit off because it is actually branded on the other side, and it's a company that I work with quite closely, so I'm not going to show you that branding. But you take that bit out, you pop off the lid, pow! It is a reusable coffee or tea cup. What I love about this, I actually got this free from a trade show that I was doing, but obviously at the moment there's a lot of discussion about plastic uses, what with disposable straws being changed to paper, and also obviously a lot of coffee chains are looking at starting to charge for the use of those cups, of the disposable cups, because they can't easily be recycled. So what I thought was great about this is the fact that it does collapse, so you can fold it up, throw it in your bag like so, and it's actually very leak proof. I filled it to the top with tea the other day, and I was sort of like pouring it over the sink to see what would happen, and it did not leak. So I feel like that is a pretty good representation of how it will work. It looks like that. You've got this little thing to protect your hand because this is silicone, but it's BPA free, which is great. It cleans really nicely. I've shoved this in the dishwasher. You've got little markings on the inside to show how full it is, sort of measurements. I just think it's a great little thing. I think these would be great for Christmas presents. I know that it's too soon to be talking about Christmas, but we are over halfway through the year now, so we're getting close. It's great as a Christmas present, just to be able to give to people who you know go and get coffee, and I just think it's really good. Also, I had a look on the internet, and I think they are about £15, so really not expensive. You'll reclaim that money straight away through the savings. If you are getting a lot of coffees in disposable cups, there is normally a discount for reusing or for bringing your own cup, so you can reclaim that money pretty quickly. The next thing I've been loving is this. This is the peppermint and licorice tea, and this is the one from Asda. The reason I'm mentioning this is I've tried a few peppermint and licorice tea options, and I love it as a flavour. It's really nice. If you haven't tried it, do. But even over the sort of Pucker Teas, Tea Pigs, I've tried a couple from, I think, Aldi or Lidl. I love the Asda one, and I think everyone else does too. Whenever I go to stock up on this from my local Asda, it's normally like sold out. So I think people have realised this is amazing. I think what I love about this is that it is 50% licorice, 50% mint, which some of the others are more heavily proportioned towards mint, so you don't get as much of the licorice. But I just think it's really good. It's much cheaper than the others, and I've been really enjoying it. So that is it for the things that I have been loving so far this month. Let me know what you've been loving in the comments below. Do subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you soon. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.